Hi, I'm Molly Williams. I am the founder of the Wild Minds Meditation app, as well as the Molly's Morning Meditations podcast. And today I'm going to be talking about manifesting a positive birth experience. So I am could really have my first baby girl at any moment, my daughter. I'm so excited. That seems crazy to say, and something that I've been asked a lot about as I am a manifesting mentor. I share a lot of work around manifestation is how I am setting myself up to manifest a positive birth experience. And I am so excited to share this with you. So I thought I would just kind of jump in and share a little bit about the process of conceiving my daughter and getting into kind of the backstory of this process and my pregnancy. Corey, my husband, my partner of over a decade, which is crazy to think about, and I had always wanted to adopt, and that was something that was really important to us. So we spent many, many years going through different agencies and working with lawyers to think about adoption and open up to this possibility of adoption. And many years later, over 4 years of kind of going through this process, this back and forth, we were so disappointed that things had kind of stalled out. And it was a very difficult kind of experience to go through because our hopes were up. We were so excited. We love children. We really wanted to share our love with children that could use a home. It was so important for us to just have that experience. But instead of kind of feeling into this, I decided to really lean into my own meditation practice, to manifest, to dive deeper. In the summer, I was meditating outside, the birds were chirping, the sun was shining, all of the things. And I received a message in that meditation practice that said, it is time to raise your daughter, it is time to raise your children, it is time to have a baby. So I brought this back to Corey. I said, what do you think? Should we try? Is this time? What are we thinking? But we both kind of knew that this message was important. We had to receive this. We were so excited. We were so inspired. And we ended up manifesting right away our daughter, which is so exciting, and being on this pregnancy journey. So everyone's journey is very different. And I want to be very open and very clear about that I am not saying that, my way or the highway. That is not the experience. I just am sharing my own personal journey. I think that some things that I want to share with you is I really credit my fertility to being open, to being trusting, to really relaxing into the process and to trust what I was receiving, trust my intuition. I could have easily really continued down the road of adoption and thought this is the only way. I've spent however many years doing this and doing this alone. And as a manifestation mentor, as a teacher, as working in that world, I could have just held that space down for so long and said, no, I want to adopt. But being open and trusting to a new path, a new potential, set me free to welcome in this beautiful daughter into my life. And I'm getting emotional thinking about it. It has been the most profound, exciting experience of my whole life. The last 8 months have been truly divine and sacred and inspiring. And that wouldn't have been possible had I not been allowed myself to take a leap of faith, to listen to my intuition, to trust in the guidance that I was being given. So I think that kind of sets the tone for how I am manifesting a positive birth experience. So I want to talk about the pregnancy itself a little bit as well. When I discovered that I was pregnant, I had 2 manifestations in mind. I wanted it to be positive, I wanted a positive journey, and I wanted to have a ton of fun in the process. While there are always a ton of to-dos and there are symptoms and there are things going on and it's crazy and it's a wild ride, it's also a beautiful one. And I have chosen to focus on my manifestations. I have also approached every single day with the belief that I am creating my own pregnancy story and my own pregnancy journey. I have had a lot of friends, a lot of family, a lot of different people come up to me and say, isn't being pregnant the worst? Isn't this the hardest time of your whole life? Isn't it miserable? And I have to be very careful and very aware that is not how I feel. That is not my own story. That is not my own experience. I have been so lucky and so happy to have this be a remarkable, beautiful journey for myself, such a positive one. And I really want to claim that as my own. I think that this is such an important takeaway for everyone, and this can be used in so many different capacities, different stories, and different areas, but this is your story. You are creating your own experience, and it's okay to not take on the energy of everyone else's. I heard this a lot too. Weddings are such a nightmare. Weddings are the worst thing ever. Buying a house is so hard. Buying a house is miserable. Renovating a house is the hardest thing. It'll break up your marriage. We hear these stories all the time, and it's really important, especially when I was aligning with my 2 manifestations of a positive journey and having a ton of fun, to remove myself and detach from the stories that were kind of being placed on my experience. So with this in mind, I really chose to focus on my own experience, on my own story that I was writing and co-creating through this pregnancy. And things that I did to do this was just really leaning into this time with Corey, my partner, and giving ourselves space to do what we wanted. We took photos, we celebrated every single milestone. I journaled a ton, I worked a ton in the best way possible. I felt so inspired with creative projects. People would say this is the time of slowing down. I think I sped up. I was just I've been so happy and so excited. We decorated the nursery. We did a lot of things that felt so exciting, and it lit us up as a couple in this journey. We went to the Bahamas. We just had so much fun. And I think that was really helpful in creating the story and experience that I've had. My 2 manifestations opened up a frequency that allowed me to feel so inspired by this time. I took every opportunity, buying the little clothes and taking photos of my bump and little reels and making jokes and laughing. It was so much fun, and I'm so grateful for every moment of it because I really enjoyed it and I was able to be present in it. You may be listening to this and think, well, it's all easy for her and she has no symptoms, and of course she manifested the most beautiful pregnancy and it's so fun, whatever. But that isn't true. I do have physical symptoms. I have a lot of things that came up that were previous issues, so please trust me when I say that it hasn't always been easy. But I'm choosing to focus on the experience. Pain is temporary. Pain is so temporary. But this journey, this moment, this time is forever. It's just this beautiful, expansive opportunity to create my own story. And that's why I focused on the fun and the positive journey. So getting into manifesting a positive birth, I know that you are ready for this. So I would have thought coming into this experience for sure that I would have a doula, a birth plan, that I would have a home birth and all of the things, working in the mindfulness space. You would think that I would be surrounded by a bed of crystals and that I would be chanting and all of the things. To be honest with you, that has not been what I am manifesting, what a positive birth experience looks like to me. Due to my work, my manifestation process, I started to really sit into what it is that I wanted to manifest for my birth, for my experience. And what I came back with is a positive experience. Early on, I started to clear away any blocks or fears I had around the childbirth itself. Again, I really tried to detach from stories that I had heard about other birth experiences, and I decided to just focus on my own experience as though I was the only person on the whole planet to give birth to a baby. I just wanted to focus on what it is that I was going to be doing and what my own story and birth experience would look like. From there, I started to really ground myself in my why. Why did I want a positive birth experience? Why is this important to me? And the more I sat into the why, the more I realized that what I wanted was a healthy baby and for myself to be healthy. And this is what I want to share with you today. All I really want, a positive experience, is to have a healthy baby and to be healthy. And why this set me free is because how many ways are there to give birth to a healthy baby and to have me be healthy? There are infinite scenarios in which that could happen. I could have a C-section and still be healthy and still have a healthy baby. I could be induced. I could have an epidural. I could have a natural childbirth. I could have my baby on the side of the road going to the hospital and still have it be a wonderful experience in which we are both healthy. So this why truly set me free because it gave me permission to let go of the how, to let go of the details, the birth plan, everything that I thought mattered maybe in the beginning, and coming back to a healthy baby, healthy body, healthy me is going to be a positive birth experience. You might think that manifesting a positive birth experience is visualizing every single step of the birth, the chanting, the Palo Santo, all of the details. But in doing so and getting so attached to the details, to the why, the moment that things begin to change, it can be very difficult to feel that that is a positive experience for you. So I have not given birth yet. I'm still in the process and I will be curious if I will change my mind. But what I didn't want to happen is to get attached to one way, that one way is a positive experience, because that isn't true. So again, setting myself free was rather than visualize all of the steps, all of the details that would equal a positive experience for myself, I stripped back to the healthy baby, healthy me, and what that would look like, what she will look like in my arms, how I will feel postpartum, how I will be so excited to share in our love together. And that is a beautiful, beautiful gift that gives me a lot of space to let things unfold in a great and exciting way. We don't always get to know exactly why. So again, kind of taking this step by step, if I had said, this is what a positive birth experience looks like to me, therefore this is what I'm manifesting, the moment that things kind of went in a different direction, I would translate that as, this is not a positive experience for myself. So again, this space, this expansion, this natural unfolding, this trust of manifesting a positive experience means healthy baby, healthy me is so, so soothing to think about. This isn't to say that you shouldn't advocate for yourself, support yourself. I think it's important to be educated, to have a vision to some degree of what you would like, but also to lean into the feelings. What do I want to feel throughout this experience? Do I want to feel empowered? Do I want to feel strong? Or do I want to feel emotional? And do I want to be cared for and nurtured and loved and held and supported in that way? So giving yourself space to think about the feelings has been really helpful for me as well. I would love this to be a time of just such intense love. I want to feel the love, and I want my baby to feel that love. So in addition to, yes, manifesting health and a positive experience, I'm manifesting love from this experience. So in my work, I talk a lot about becoming an energetic match for what you want. So as I am manifesting this positive experience and this love, I'm really tuning into the feelings of that. I'm already preparing myself to bring that energy into my birth experience. And that means being trusting, being open, understanding that things happen for a reason, allowing myself to be expansive, to live in that joy. That's what I'm focusing on, more so than the details and the tiny things leading up to it and exactly packing the right things. I'm letting that go, and I'm choosing to focus on the feeling of love. What's really exciting is that I am co-creating, I am manifesting this experience for my daughter as well. I'm manifesting this birth for her. So I talk to her all the time. I play music to her. I say, we're getting ready, we're doing this. This is going to be so fun. I can't wait to meet you. We're going to have the best time. I really share that energy of a positive birth with her so that she knows this is what I'm going to be doing. And you can trust me that I'm going to come here with this energy of love, and I'm going to hold it down. I'm going to really support both of us through this manifestation, through this creation. Birth doesn't have to look one way to be positive. Birth can be beautiful in so many different ways. I will not know who my doctor will be. I will not know how long I'm in labor. I will not know any of it until it is here. And that is pretty exciting when you think about it. How many opportunities in life do we get to just be really like, oh, what is happening? This is crazy. But I'm choosing to focus on my manifestation, the feeling of love, the positive birth experience. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope you'll share with me your takeaways, your thoughts. If you are expecting, congratulations. Thank you so much for watching. And maybe in the next video, she'll be here. Thank you for watching.